Good morning. Good morning on this Saturday morning. I hope that you have slept in a little bit. It is the 16th day of the Serving Challenge here at Ascension Lutheran Church, and I'm Pastor Scott. Today also happens to be my mother's birthday, so if you see her, tell her hi. I don't know why you would, but I mean, why you would see her. I know you would tell her hi or happy birthday if you did see her. Today's reflection coming from Pastor Zach begins with a conversation about lunch. And when I'm here at the church, this is most often where I sit to eat my lunch here at the conference table in my study. I always sit in this chair, somewhat a creature of habit. Pastor Zach talks today about, or at least introduces the reflection by talking about ham sandwiches. And early on in Lent, I guess just prior to Lent, I talked about sandwiches in a sermon on a Sunday morning. And so I am partial to the sandwich, not the ham sandwich, although I understand if Pastor Zach says a ham sandwich is the most common lunch in the world, which I won't challenge that. I didn't Google it. Perhaps it is. I prefer, as I said in my sermon, a sandwich from Togo's and cheese because I'm vegetarian. I've already had lunch when I'm recording this, but maybe on this Saturday when this is airing, maybe I will get a Togo's sandwich for lunch. I'm actually getting quite hungry just thinking about it. But that's not the point of the video. The point of the video is to talk about hospitality and eating together, and the story in today's reflection is the story of Zacchaeus, the tax collector, that wee little man that we sang about in Sunday school, who got the attention of Jesus as he was passing through the town, through the crowds, and he just wanted to be able to see Jesus, so he climbed up into that sycamore tree for the Lord he wanted to see, as the song goes. And Jesus stops, sees Zacchaeus up there, makes time for him, is available for him, and then goes to his house for dinner, for a meal. Scandalous that Jesus would take time to be with a tax collector, a chief tax collector, no less. Scandalous that Jesus would go to the home of somebody who was so sinful and eat, and share a meal with him. But in that interaction, we see that Zacchaeus asks for forgiveness, sees the error of his ways, and promises to pay back all those he had defrauded 4 times what he had taken from them. We couldn't put a limit on the amount of forgiveness each of us receives from God. I can tell you it's more than 4 times if we ask. And I think the challenge for us on this day of the Serving Challenge, and every day really, is to find those opportunities for hospitality, where we might be served by somebody who has done something against us, where we might serve somebody who's done something against us, and in that shared meal, that breaking of the bread, we might find a commonality and forgiveness, where we might see Christ revealed one to another. We need to be available for those opportunities, friends, so that we might see them as Jesus saw that short man up in the tree as he was busily passing through with crowds on both sides of the street. We need to make ourselves available. It's a challenge, I know. I experience it myself. But what does it look like making ourselves available, maybe even a little bit vulnerable, to engage in those conversations, those life-giving and life-changing acts of hospitality? Tomorrow, we will not have another one of these videos, but we will gather for worship. And so we will have live-streamed worship available at 8:30 and 11 o'clock Pacific Standard Time here. Our 8:30 service is our classic service, and 11 o'clock our modern music service. And we'll have another video, day 17, on Monday morning at 7 a.m. I'll see you then. Take care.